Hello there everybody, this is Getty92 coming at you today with a new episode of your daily doses of Rush. And you know it guys, same closes as on the last video, as long as I'm having a personal good one right now and as long as the camera works, we will record some videos in a row. And today we are back actually with a song called Between Sun and Moon, and I actually found a live version of it. And please YouTube, don't delete this video. From the 2002 comeback show, so-called comeback show. So let's get right into Between Sun and Moon by our favorite boy band Rush. And I've never seen this video before.
Space between wonder and now. This is a fine place, shining face to face. Those bonfire lights in the mirror sky. The space between wonder and why. Ah, yes to yes.
It's so hard to do. It's so hard to do.
There is a fine line between love and illusion, a fine place to penetrate.
I mean, I can even imagine as a drummer that these are really intense licks by Neil that he was playing during the whole song. They sound easy, but I do believe some of those licks are pretty hard to play even as a drummer. And when you're not the drummer, you're kind of like totally lost. Even after the first beat, you're like, where is he going now? It's so confusing all the time, and that's a good thing.
The gap between actor and act, the ledge between wishes and facts. This is a fine place to hesitate. Those bonfire lights in the makeup sky, time between wonder and yes to what yes. Why the sun? Why the sun? Yes to what yes. Why the sun? Why the sun?
That's a great solo.
Some need to pray to the sun that I need to howl at the midwinter moon. Reborn and baptized in a moment of rest. Just need a break from the headlong race.
that guy in the corner there? Oh, there's Alice Cooper coming up. I'm sure we don't want to hear Alice Cooper right now. Shall we? No, we don't. So, I'm actually kind of like interested. Alice Cooper Fallen in Love live in Tampa 2021. But that's not the video for today, everybody. So, this song, Between Sun and Moon, yes, this song sounded very, very, very familiar with me. As I said in the last episode, actually, that I was in huge love and admiration for Counterparts when I listened to that album for the first time. And this song, Between Sun and Moon, is one of those songs that are really interesting and they kind of like bring me in trouble. And I think I will call this episode, This Might Get Me Into Trouble. And here is why. You know, as much as I love the Counterparts record, it sounded, especially on Between Sun and Moon, it sounded very, very, very poppy. I mean, it's one of the most poppier songs on any Rush album, or especially on Counterparts. It's one of those songs that I really like. They sound very easy. So, and this gets me into trouble because at the same time I think that is a great, great song. And the hardest working man on Between Sun and Moon is actually Neil. And of course Alex and Geddy were playing crazy stuff too, but they made their sound too easy, to put it maybe in that way, that they were actually playing cool stuff, especially Alex. Let's talk about Alex there for a minute, because I think Alex is now the target of my thoughts, and this gets me into trouble. Alex plays fantastic rhythm guitar on Between Sun and Moon, and he's playing an awesome electric guitar when it comes down to the little soloing part, or when he's not playing actually the melody of Between Sun and Moon. And this all sounds crazy. It sounds typical, like we would like to have Alex to sound like. But it felt to me that if I would be maybe a newbie on the guitar, maybe I would try to play this song, because this song sounds so easy played by Alex, especially Alex, that I could learn this song maybe in like 1 hour or less, even less than 1 hour, at least the rhythm part and with all the different sections, maybe except the soloing. And that makes me think of, this is not the Rush that I first fell in love again. Not specifically talking about the prog rock area, but the rock area in general in the 90s, and with Roll the Bones was actually not, to me, actually not really a rock album. It was kind of like a mixed rock album with the late 80s influences. You could still hear them on a lot of songs. And first of all, Roll the Bones is not a rap song. Let's get this straight once and for all. It's not a rap song. Don't ever say that again. At least that appears to me. So Roll the Bones, actually, the complete album sounded like rock, but mixed with the late 80s. And Counterparts somehow felt like really rock, but way too easy rock. It was like soft rock in some way in terms of what you would hear on the melodies. And that makes me think of, is Counterparts really a great album, or is it not? Is it maybe a more industrial standards or music standards album in terms of the melody, or is it still a masterpiece because it's played by Rush? I'm really, really undecided right now as I'm thinking about this. And I mean, I love the Counterparts record, but a song like Between Sun and Moon makes me think of maybe Counterparts is an album that they were really putting a lot of like interesting effort in, which is total garbage actually to say, because this is not true at all. Not true at all. I don't believe it even myself. But there's a little part right now in my brain that says maybe Counterparts sounded too easy. Maybe it did. But you guys have to let me know, what do you think about this? And you could destroy me now completely in the comment section. I'm really looking forward to those fights. because that's an interesting topic actually. So therefore, guys, thank you for watching, and see you soon on the next episode of your daily dose of Rush. And I think the next episode will be Alien Shore. I think it's one of their last songs from the Counterparts record, and I think I love this song. But we have to check it out. So have a great day or great night, depending on what area you're living in on this beautiful, beautiful planet called Earth. And see you soon. Bye.